thanks for stopping by the Obviously Authentic channel. My name's Leah, that's spelled L-E-A and not L-E-A-H. So we're going to be talking about Real Housewives of New Jersey. Not much really happened in this episode, in my opinion. Just several three key things. Well, actually four. Melissa talking to her daughter. You had Teresa getting emotional at the end, and then Margaret's book, and then Jen. So Jackie really didn't have much, so we can move Jackie out the way. We had Dolores. She was actually in her closet trying to find an outfit for Margaret's book reading on the yacht or on the boat. And cute Frank, so her son Frank came in and he basically was like talking to her, and she finally told him about getting the biopsy done, and he basically was like, you need to tell me these things, which I agreed with him. He's not a little kid, and plus since Dolores doesn't really know what where her situation really lies with with David, I think it's important that she share with her children like her medical history or like what's going on with her, because it doesn't seem like David is that reliable in that sense, in my opinion. Then we have Melissa. Melissa took her oldest daughter Antonia to her store Envy to have like a shopping spree for like back to school to find her outfits. Side note, y'all. I looked up the store because I was like, I wonder how much these clothes are, because they gave me very Target chic, baby. I'm gonna feed it some pictures. Melissa, who is shopping at this store? Like on some real, I want to know who is spending that good hard-earned money at this store, because let me look, y'all. I took screenshots and I'm gonna feed them through. There was a Pink Floyd shirt for $66, a basic black Pink Floyd shirt that I know for a fact you could get a better looking one at Target for $17 or $19.99 or even $12.99. Heck, you can even go to Walmart and get one of these t-shirts for $12 or $19.99. Who is spending $60 on a Pink Floyd shirt out of envy from Melissa? Then she got like a flannel with a Biggie on the back of it. The flannel is $130. A flannel that I guarantee you could find at Target for $30 or $39. Who was spending $100? And it's sold. That's the part that killed me, was that one was sold out. Why are y'all spending that much money there? Is it just the glamorous because you want to say you got it at Envy from Melissa? Make me understand. Then she had like a basic jacket, like y'all, a tie-dye pink and brown jacket for $132. Who is spending $132 on a jacket that you could get from Wally World? Matter of fact, you could get that same jacket from Ross, Marshalls, Tuesday morning. No, I don't think Tuesday morning sales closed. Tuesday morning no sale closed. But Melissa, a jacket that is $132 that I can make myself by tie-dyeing, I'm selling myself short, y'all. I am selling myself short, because I could make that tie-dye jacket. All I would need to do is buy a white jacket or a pink jacket, give me some brown tie-dye paint, and I'm good to go. But like, bruh. So she basically had the birds and the bees conversation with Antonia. It was really uncomfortable. It was awkward, but it was cute. I thought it was funny when she told her daughter, you have big boobs, and I don't want you to think that like it's okay. And you could tell neither one of them wanted to have the conversation. But I do think it's important that she keep that door open, because you want your child to be comfortable sharing with you these types of things. Like, you don't want to shame them like her mom did, to where you don't, like, if anything bad happens, you don't feel comfortable telling them. So I think, although the conversation was awkward and kind of cringeworthy, I was happy they had the conversation. So on to and we even like Teresa had little like moments. So basically, we heard Joe. We know her ex-husband is in Italy, but it was just a conversation that she was having with Gia. You can clearly tell Gia is her friend and not her daughter, because Gia was cussing and she was saying like $5 cuss words. I can only get away with saying maybe the H word, the D word. I can't say the S word. I can't say the F word. I even can't say the MFing word. Like, she was using $5 cuss words and Teresa was cool with it and they was kicking it. And basically, I think it was Melania. Yeah, Melania came in because they were about to leave for soccer practice and she was on FaceTime with her dad. And it was basically like a cute but awkward conversations where the girls are like, we're okay with y'all dating. Like, y'all got a divorce. We know it's okay for y'all to date. So I think that's good. Like, I think Teresa and him, and it was cute because I always seen Joe as like an old, like a kind of a tyrant. But for him to be so cautious with like telling them and like scared to tell the girls about his new girlfriend, and like you could tell he really does genuinely love his kids, and I thought that was wonderful that he was like telling, like he was sending voice messages telling Gia he loved her, and Gia was like, why don't you just text me? But I was like, girl, you better save one of them messages. So that was cute. We could get Teresa out the way. It was sad at the end. Jen decided to have an event for her mom where they invited all the mothers out of the group, and as we know, Teresa's mom is no longer with us. And I felt bad because normally Teresa can, you can kind of tell Teresa can power through it or put up a good front, but I could visibly see watching the episode like she was trying, but like I could see her trying to like fight back tears, and then she finally just was like, I can't do this. And like you could tell she was uncomfortable. I was happy that everybody comforted her and was like, you're okay. But like, I got where she was coming from. Like, everybody has all these like sweet stories about their mom, and then the moms are talking, it's like, dang, like mom. And it might have just really hit her, like even though her mom has been gone longer than her father, it's just like, shoot, like she really not here anymore. And I guess it probably just hit her in her face, and she was just like, ooh, I can't. So I felt bad. I was glad that she stood up and was just like, I can't take it, and like left, because I feel like had she stayed, it probably would have got worse. So I think it's a good thing she was just like, I can't do this. So then let's go to Jen. So Jen, I thought it was nice that Jen went to go check in on her daughter, and she spoke with her oldest daughter, and that was Gabby, who was downstairs on the last episode while her grandparents were fighting. And she was like, she's seen them fight, but she's never seen them fight to that extent where they're yelling and arguing with each other like that. And then we got some insight from Jen where she was like, that's what I grew up with, basically. Like, I was so used to them fighting that I would just go to my room and shut the door. And Gabby was like, man, that sucks. Like, she felt bad for her mom. But I think it was important that Jen told her why her mom's acting this way. Like, I was glad that she said, did you know your grandparents were arranged? And Gabby was like, no. And she was like, grandma was 16, and I think she called him dad or something, or maybe like called her dad. He was 26. And then she got pregnant, and then she got whisked away. We further find out that Jen's mom was like the oldest daughter. So I guess in Turkey, they treat the oldest daughter like a second mom. So she was the one helping her mom cook and clean, taking care of all the men, probably helping take care of her siblings and all of that stuff. So she was basically a second mom. And I guess she felt like, she wanted to run away with the father. But Jen also said in their culture, divorce is taboo. So her getting married was like a good thing for the family, because it's like you're upholding the family name. But her not wanting, like her divorcing him would have tarnished the family name. And I guess over in Turkey, they take that like very, very seriously. So I was happy she explained that to Gabby, because then Gabby was like, yeah, I'd be mad at my husband too. I would hate him too if you take me away from all that I know. And we find out Gabby's only 13. So I was happy that she like said that to her, to Jen, because I think Jen understands. And I see like a lot of people, especially on different reviews that I've seen, and even on Twitter, where they're like, I don't get why Jen doesn't understand. And I was like, I think she understands, but we also got some light from, like, got a hint from Jen. Her mom scared the crap out of her. She even said, I was terrified of my mom. I felt like she was a tyrant. And it's like, she then also says, my mom was a strong Middle Eastern woman. So it's like she probably like really like respected her mom, because of course your mom takes care of you. Her mom took care of her. She loved her and all that stuff, but she also was afraid of her. So it's kind of like, if I'm afraid of you and I see you attacking my father, she probably feels like her mom is attacking her dad the same way she was attacked when she was a kid, probably being very like harshly critiqued. And now she's like trying to protect her dad, which in itself might be her protecting herself. I might be reading too much into it, but I think that's where she's coming from. I legit think that when Jennifer sees her mom berate her dad, it probably makes her feel like she like to view her dad as a child. But I think Jennifer needs to also understand that your mom went through a lot. She went through a lot and she's not coping with it very well. But Jennifer decided to come up with having like a mom's day, like I said earlier in the Teresa part. And we saw her mom's, like, you can see her mom loves cooking and she does an amazing job. Like the spread that she made for the ladies, it looked amazing. Like it looked like somebody professionally did it. So I was like, wow, like, and Jennifer even said, like, in the village, her mom was known, her grandma. So Jennifer's mom's mom was known for all her dishes and stuff. And Jennifer even said, like, I think my mom has surpassed my grandmother. And I was like, I bet you that food be fire. I bet you that food is fire. It looked good. Even the Turkish tea looked good. It looked nice. But you could tell her mom was feeling herself. The best part about that, I love the fact that her mom was like, they were like, oh, you need to go change to get ready, because they were finishing up in the kitchen, and they were like, no belly shirt. And she was like, I love my belly. I said, okay, love that belly, grandma. She was like, I love my belly. I said, okay, grandma, you better love your belly. But she looked really nice. Like, I was happy for her. Like, I really do hope, because I saw somewhere that Jennifer said on Twitter, someone retweeted an article saying that her and her mom aren't speaking right now. But I hope they get it together, because the lady seems really nice. But you also have to take into account that, like, she lost a lot of her life. Like, she got married when she was 16. She's been married to your father for 48 years. That's 48 years. But I'm hoping that she can get out of it so she can spend the next of her life happy, because there's no point for you to just be miserable. Like, I think she needs to accept, like, I wasted my life, but I have this family, and then move on and take some trips, have some fun, grandma. You retire, you ain't gotta do nothing but live your life to the best of it. Live it to the fullest. So then let's go to Margaret. Margaret is a dry hater. I like Margaret, but Margaret is a dry hater, and I don't understand why she is so pressed by Miss Jennifer. I don't get it. So when the episode opens up, we see Marge is talking to Joe, and she's already talking about how, like, she needs allies. And I'm like, so I guess she doesn't view, excuse me, y'all, she doesn't view Dolores, we know Jennifer, Teresa, and Dolores, Jennifer, and Teresa. She doesn't view them as like her friends. I guess she views them as her associates, because she was upset because Melissa wasn't feeling well. So Melissa wasn't feeling well, so she didn't come. So she tells Joe, she was like, my only ally is Jackie, and I'm a little scared. And I was like, because she was like, I want to make Jennifer feel stupid. And I was just like, Marge, get over it. Get over it, ma'am. So we get on the yacht. Marge reads the excerpt from her book. It sounded pretty good. I mean, I ain't gonna buy the book. I don't really like reading memoirs, especially when it has anything to do pertaining to a housewife. But I kind of found it, like, crazy that she called her part where she's like about her mother called Raised by Wolves. I was like, girl. But I was also happy that she actually spoke to her mom. Like, I was like, finally you are speaking to your mother, because you are like beating a dead horse with constantly saying how all this stuff about how you were uncomfortable and you were scared and all this stuff. Like, I want you to talk to your mama. But she didn't. So they're on the yacht, she reads it, and then Jennifer is actually like attempting to apologize, because Jennifer, from the context of how it was at the lake, Jennifer felt like Marge was just saying like she was beautiful, she was having sex, she was, having a good time. But Jennifer even said, I didn't know that she felt powerless against these men, so she felt like she had to. So Jennifer even was about like, she was like, you know what, after hearing this, I really like, I understand and I'm sorry. And then Marge like cuts her off and then was like, you have a perception problem, you don't know how to read the room. And then her thick accent friend was like, Lex or whatever that lady named him, was like, read the yacht. Girl, you don't even have a peach or whatever they hold in the middle of the thing on the promo photo. You are Marge's friend. So STFU and sit on the sidelines, ma'am, with your thick accent. So they having they conversation, and then like I was happy. Jennifer basically like, what she say, because I wrote it down because it came in. She was like, she was like, it's your tone, you're tone deaf. And this is my thing. Marge saying that Jennifer is tone deaf for complaining about needing a nanny on the on IG. I was like, I don't think that's tone deaf. If she needs a nanny, she needs a nanny. We all were going through different things, and it wasn't like she was throwing dirt on people who are struggling more than her. Like, she was just saying she was having a hard time like keeping her house clean. On top of that, she has 5 kids that she's working through homeschool, and it's a lot. I don't think there was nothing wrong with her being like, yo, I need a housekeeper. Plus, a lot of people were on IG complaining. I remember so many people was like complaining about like they miss going to the movies, going to the club, like people miss hanging out at the beach. Like, everybody was experiencing the pandemic in different ways. So you can't be that messed up. It's not like she was and some people could say that it's like it's tone deaf, that you're like asking for a housekeeper while other people are losing their jobs. But I was like, if she's giving someone a job, she's helping them during this, during the panini, because she's providing a job, and and someone who fills that position, it will get paid for their services. So in one way, she is helping, but I am. So then she says, if you don't like my tone, change the fucking channel. I said, you better say that. You better say that. Because I was like, Marge, just say, like, she just doesn't like Jennifer. And I'm like, what is the issue? Because then Jennifer even told her, she was like, you called me a sloppy drunk and I came back at you. You can't be mad when someone is fighting with their words and then they hit you in your chest. That's like people always just, and granted, there should be levels when you're arguing. If someone throws a punch at you, you should hit them with a 1-2. You shouldn't come back with a machine gun and obliterate them. But you can't dictate how people react to everything. Everybody doesn't have that that barometer inside of them that gauges whether or not they gonna go off on you. Like, so you need to choose your words wisely. So I don't know why you thought why you are so upset that she like hit you in your throat. Well, you hit her and she hit you in your throat. So deal with it, lady. I don't know. But like I said, we finally got to see, but Jennifer continues and she apologizes. And I was happy she apologizes. And then because what she said was tactless and it was tasteless. But I got why she said it, because you're not going to be coming at my neck and I think I ain't going to come at yours. But we finally got to see Marge sit down with her mom. And I think it was good. Like, they actually had a conversation. And the mom said she felt guilty that she wasn't like other moms. And I think that's important. But I didn't like that Marge tried to tell her mom to stop crying, when I'm just like, let her cry about this. And let her actually tell you how she's sorry. Because clearly you have an issue with it, because you constantly make like jabs about it. You called your book about being in your book about your childhood called Being Raised by Wolves. You even said like we had all the makeup in the world, but we didn't have no food in the refrigerator. It was like a bachelor pad, just wine and crackers. So let your mama apologize. Low key, Marge and her mom need to go to therapy, because the mom was actually like surprised that Marge got harassed so bad and while she was at work, because she was like, you never told me those things. She was like, I thought our relationship was better than that. And then Marge was like, I was ashamed, I was embarrassed. Plus, I didn't feel comfortable telling you about this stuff. So hopefully with the book, they have an opener, like I said, an opener, a better relationship. I do think they need to go to therapy and really work their stuff out. Because it seems to me Marge does not like to be vulnerable, but then she could be vulnerable. It's just weird. Maybe she just doesn't like being vulnerable in front of her mom. I don't know. Or maybe she just doesn't like when her mom is vulnerable. But yeah, that's it, y'all. I think it was an okay episode. I don't know what's to come next episode. I did see their outfits for the reunion. All of them were horrible. And we'll be discussing it when the reunion comes. But all of them were horrible. I don't know what's up with these reunion looks. So far, Atlanta's has been the best. But Dallas's were... I don't know who told all the... Dallas's reunion looks were dreadful. They were atrocious. Like, I was upset because Tiffany got that money. So I'm expecting Tiffany to come out and wow me. No. And then Brandy, I don't know what happened to Brandy's face, y'all. But why does she look 12 years older? Brandy used to look way younger than what she did. But maybe because of the racism jumped out. Now all of a sudden she feeling a little, I need my people that don't have color, my non-melanated people to understand when you're racist, it seeps through your skin. Know that. That's why you be aging like a banana. Know that. I hope you know that. Who's else outfits? OC's outfits were trash. Gutter trash. If I had to rank so far, because we've only had Salt Lake City reunion, we have Atlanta's coming up. You have New Jersey, OC, and Dallas. I will legit put it this way. OC's outfits were garbage. Throw it in the fire and throw it in the garbage and set a fire. It was I can't even get my words right. That's how horrible it was, y'all. Then Dallas's, I don't understand why they gave them ladies black and white. Then New Jersey's, all of them, it was just, ugh. And then Salt Lake City's was okay. Like, I think everybody looked all right, but, like, I'm going to give them a pass because it's their first reunion. And then Atlanta's looked okay. I don't know what the heck Candy had on. I think if Candy's outfit, like I posted on other people's pages that I was watching, if Candy's outfit was like that bright Satan red color, I think she would have stole the show. It in black was just gross. And then like her shorts were too tight, so they was up her booty and her yams. And I was like, you gonna have a yeast infection, ma'am. We in our 50s and we still wearing cootie cutters. No. And then LaToya and Portia gets because Portia's outfit was, I think, the same outfit she wore at Cynthia's wedding, just remixed. You could have did something better. And then LaToya, I don't understand why everybody wants to wear see-through stuff. You know what? I'm not even, because that's going to lead me into Melissa, and we're going to talk about that come the reunion. But yeah, y'all, that's it. That's all. I hope y'all have a wonderful day and wonderful night whenever you see this. Remember to be bravely authentic, and I'm out. Deuces.